Hello and welcome to my channel On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And today let's find out what's been on the hook. Well, I am in between storms here. There's a tornado in Alabama moving north, and that's where I am. Hopefully they won't get too close, but we did lose power today, so I wanted to jump on here and get my video done, get it edited and out before the next storm group moves through. So this may not be quite as long as my regular videos, although it may stretch out, you never know. So I'm going to video until I can't video anymore. Now today I want to show you a few things that I've been doing some progress on my Summer Cottage Cardi. Also, some new yarn that I've received, and we have a special giveaway today, so stay tuned for that. First of all, let's find out what I'm wearing. Today, as promised, I am wearing my Millie's lace in a different yarn than the one I used on this pattern. I made some changes to the pattern as I always do, and I wanted to show you what they were. First of all, the yarn is different. This yarn is a Vitalana yarn. It's a chain type yarn, and I would love to get this up close enough for you to see, but I'm not sure you can. It's done in a chain fashion and it does not split. It's very nice to work with. This is all that I have left. I think I bought 3 hanks of this, and this is a beautiful orange color, but I doubt that they have the same color anymore. But what I wanted to show you was the difference in the changes that I made to the sweater. Now, the original sweater I made quite long, and I used a very narrow neckline, and it looks to me, if I remember on Monday I wore this, the neck might be a little higher than this one. I think I lowered this just a little bit, and I left it open at the neck. I didn't put as many rows around here as I did on this particular sweater. This pattern is crocheted with a 3/4 length sleeve. I did not do that for my second round. I made the sleeves much shorter. The original, this one, I think I chained out 28 or 30 chains from the underarm because the sleeves are crocheted right into the fabric. On this one, I only chained out about maybe 19 or 20, maybe 15. It wasn't very many. You can see right there is the length that I put on the sleeve, because when you do that, and the top will come down a little bit lower, so you don't want to get it too long because then it'll be below your elbow if you're looking for a short sleeve sweater. Now let me stand up and let you see this. This is the Millie's lace in an orange color, and it's so bright that it blows out the camera which is kind of cool. But I did the lace on the front just like I did on the original pattern. I did not put lace on the back. You don't have to do that. If you want to just get fancy, you can certainly put lace on the back of this beautiful sweater, but it doesn't take all that long to make. And on this one, let's see, I don't know how much ease I put. About the same as the other one, maybe 6 inches, maybe 6 inches. And I am wearing a tan colored top under it because I obviously need it for a see-through purpose. So I'm wearing a tank top underneath, and it's not hot. This is really nice yarn. This is a cotton yarn. That's the difference I was going to tell you. The green yarn that I use is Vitalana, and it was a wool fingering weight yarn. This is a cotton fingering weight yarn. So now that blows that out. There's the color. It's a little bit tonal. There are a few shades in there, but mostly it's the same color all the way through. And you can tell when you look at it, it doesn't give you that military look, but this is a different kind of yarn altogether. So I wanted to show you that today because I promised that I would wear it the next time I did a video. Now I have an update on my Summer Cottage Cardi. My Summer Cottage Cardi, that's kind of hard to say, but I have some progress to show you. I am not finished with it because I did some extensive ribbing work around the neck and the bottom, and I still haven't addressed the sleeves. So I'm going to let Crystal come over and model this for you. I was going to model it, but it's a little bit rough right now. It's not quite ready to be seen on a human. So Crystal thinks she's a human, but she's going to model this very beautifully, I'm sure. this is what I have done on this particular sweater. Now I'm going to lean her up just a little bit so you can see. These are rows of ribbing about this wide right here, and it's a front post back post ribbing, and I went around each edge, the top and the bottom and the front. I went around those with a 4-row ribbing. Now you can figure that out on your own if you want to. The pattern will be coming out in about a week. I'm hoping to get this finished. This ribbing is very substantial. It took a lot of yarn, not a huge amount, but it took a lot of yarn. Another thing that I did was I tried this on, and this will happen every now and then. That's my right side marker there, by the way. What I do is I try on my sweater quite often. After I finish the front and the back, which are connected, and I showed those to you in the last video or the video before that, I found out that it was just not wide enough across all the way from the back. When I connected the back to the front, I didn't have enough width in the sweater. I really didn't feel comfortable. I would be comfortable in it. So what I did was I laid the sweater out flat, and I added 3 rows. I think it was 3, yeah. I added 3 rows to the side of the sweater. This is before I sewed it together. I had it laid out flat, and along the outside edges, I added 3 more rows. And that brought the sweater around me very comfortably. I wasn't too tight in it. It wasn't too tight on me. And it met at the right place here, right about here. And then when I added the ribbing, it closed it up just the way I wanted. So that was an alteration I made to my original pattern that I had in my mind. I went ahead and did it, and it wasn't quite right. So I changed it to make it right for me. And that's what I would expect y'all to do as well. If it's not wide enough, you can make that decision when you're finished with the front and back that are connected together. You can add rows to the sides to make it wide enough to make it more comfortable for your fit. And you may do that the very first round. You might have it just right, but I did not have it just right. Now, another thing that I want to show you here, when I tried on my sweater, and these are the armholes, obviously I sewed up the sweater on the sides, on both sides, and then I tried it on again. And the armhole looks great. It's just the right opening. I opened it right at 8 inches, I think just barely 8 inches, a little past 7.5 inches. That seems to be a really perfect size for me, not for you. Yours will be smaller, yours will be larger. It depends on your size, and I want you to do that so that the sweater will fit you. Now, here's the opening for the armhole. What I did here was I tried it on, and I realized that right in the back, right here where the stitch marker is, if you can see that, the armhole gaps in the back. See, it sticks out right there when I try it on. The way I'm shaped right here, this is the gap right here. I knew it would be a little big, but I didn't realize it was going to gap like that. And so the other side was gapping, obviously, in the same place. That means I made it symmetrical. So I have marked those off with a stitch marker. Now, what I'll do is I will go around the armhole. The first row I do will be a row probably of single or half double crochet. I'm not sure which yet. I'll let y'all know. And right in here, where I have the stitch marker in the middle of that, right in here, I'm going to decrease a couple of stitches, maybe 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3. That's probably what I'll do to start. And then what am I going to do? I'm going to try it on again and see if that gap is disappearing. If the gap is disappearing, then I'll probably do 1 more row of whatever stitch that was on the first row, and then I'll continue with my stitch pattern, or I'll do several rows of single crochet depending on how long I want the sleeve. But I do want it to fit. So when you take that bulk out where you want the bulk to be gone, you can just use decreased stitches. And you might need to do it twice and just decide the first time isn't just right, so try it again. Because all this along here is very even. All you have to do is take out some of this bulk with decreased stitches, and then on your next row it'll be nice and smooth. It will look really nice, and then you can continue with the sweater however you want it to be finished. The sleeves, you might want to put 20 rows on there. You might want to put 2 rows on. It just depends. So I will do that on both sides because as I was looking at it in the mirror, I marked that with a stitch marker right there. And that way I knew exactly where I wanted to add my decreases. So on the next video, I will show you how that turned out. Hopefully I can be wearing this, but I can't promise. I don't want to wear it until I have the pattern all finished and everything is all squared away. I'm very sure of all the things in the pattern match what I'll be wearing. So it may be next week at some point, but I'd like to get this out for you and let you enjoy making it, because it was a very quick make. It was not slow at all. It was easy to make because I combined these two yarns, and I've shown these 3 times now, but I wanted to show you one more time. I used the Dotted Line by Lion brand, Dotted Line, and this is the colorway Blue Thunder. This is the hook that I use. The size 7 is smaller than this, and it's smaller in a number of millimeters, but this is an actual 7mm hook, and it's a pretty good size hook. It's pretty good size. And then I also used Comfy Cotton in the whipped cream color. This is also a Lion brand product. Now, I did find this Dotted Line, which I dearly love. I really like it. I found it on Amazon in the Blue Thunder color. Now, I didn't check the price. It might be really expensive. I don't know. Sometimes they can find things and they are very expensive. So I'm not sure if that's what you'll find or not. But I wanted to tell you that it is still available, and there are several colors on Amazon that you can buy. They're all different price points. So you might want to make this in a pink and orange, or and it's very subtle when you mix it with the Comfy Cotton. You can mix it with the red Comfy Cotton or a navy blue or the white or any of their solid colors, and mix it with a size 2 yarn. It does not have to be Dotted Line. It can be any other size 2 yarn, and the pattern will look more like this. Now you can also make this out of a bulky yarn. I don't see where there would ever be a problem with that. If you have a bulky yarn that you want to use, I believe that you can make this just fine in a bulky. Just follow your measurements. That's all you have to do. And all of my patterns are like that. They use your measurements so that the sweater will fit you when you're finished with it. So no sizing in my patterns. I hate to disappoint some of you that want exact stitch counts, but I don't have those. I use measurements that are your measurements so that when you make the sweater or top, that it will fit you the first time, and you won't have to worry about making a size and then having it be too small or too large. This way you measure as you go along, you make sure that it fits you, and also try on your sweater. Often when you're making it, try it on 2 or 3 times every time you finish a panel or a step. Be sure to try it on, because that way you'll know if it's going to fit when you finish that particular piece of the sweater. So that's my advice to y'all. When you're using my patterns, they're not hard to follow. They're very easy to follow. So I'm going to let Crystal go back to where she was standing, and I have something else to show you. I wonder how many of y'all are excited when you get a package in the mail. I love to get packages, and like I said a couple of videos ago, I have not been getting my packages because the shipping is kind of slow on the companies that I use, and now all my packages are coming in, and it's so exciting. Every day just seems like I get a little something in the mail or by UPS or FedEx. So I want to show you a couple of yarns that I bought from Love Crafts. Now I showed you some last week, and those actually came in, and then these came in yesterday. And I don't know if I ordered them the same time or not. I probably ordered these on sale, and honestly can't tell you how much they were. I did order a sweater quantity of each one of these because they were on a referral from one of my subscribers that you really should try the Cascade Yarns Ultra Pima. That is a beautiful, soft cotton yarn, and here it is right here. It's blowing out a little bit because it's dark in here. I have a light on, and so it's kind of covering that. There is a good shot of the color right there. It's a beautiful green. I love green. I have so much green in my stash. It's shameful really, but anyway, this is 100% Pima cotton, and it seems very, very soft when I squish it. It's not squishy like it had nylon in it though. I can tell when there's nylon in a yarn, when in a cotton yarn plus nylon, you can tell by feeling it. And when you squish it, it's really soft. This is not like that. It is not rough though. It's very smooth. It's just not as squishy as the yarn that includes nylon. But I went ahead and tried it, and I think I have 5 or 6 hanks of this. So I have enough to make probably a fall sweater out of this, and that may be where this is headed because I have so many whips right now. I probably shouldn't start another sweater, although I might, as the knitters say, cast it on, but I'll be chaining it up. That's what I call it. But that came in a beautiful little bag that they always send these in. Lost track of it there. They send all their yarn in these pretty little organza bags, and that way you can put them on your shelf and they're all together. They don't get dusty. If you keep your yarn as long as I do, you want to protect it from dust. So that is going on my shelf. I will be looking at it and I will see there are lots of other sweater quantities I have up there, but I can't resist it. When they're on sale and somebody says, this is great yarn, I really like to buy it. Now, I bought this from Lion Brand. I had shown you some other yarns I received from Lion Brand last week, some ice cream roving and one other. And this also was out there on their website. It is called Shawl in a Ball Fab, F-A-B, right there. And if you can tell, this is not your regular shawl in the ball width of yarn. This is really more of a 4. They call the shawl in the ball a 4, and that's only because of the halo around the yarn, and it kind of fills up the hole, so it looks like a 4, but really it's a 3. I just don't believe that. But this is a 4. This is much more substantial than the other shawl in the ball, and it's also very evenly done. So when you hold a piece of yarn out, it looks the same all the way through. There are no large and small pieces of it. There are no pieces hanging off of it either. So I consider that a plus. This is called Satyr, S-A-T-Y-R-S, Satyrs, and it is 40% cotton, 30 polyester, 20 acrylic, and 10% wool. So it's really 40% cotton, 50% acrylic, and 10% wool. There's some polyester in it too, and that's probably the bling. So this has some beautiful bling in it. Let me see if I can get that up there where you can see it. Let's see. There you can kind of see it there. It has quite a bit of bling in it, actually. And the yardage on this is fairly large. It's 459 yards of a size 4. I purchased 2 of these, so they will get me going on a sweater or a vest or something like that. I just liked the color pink, and it was pretty, and I thought I might make something for spring, but I'm running out of time, and so this will probably have to wait until maybe late summer, early fall. So that's another yarn acquisition that I have, just a couple of balls of that, and I wanted to try it because I haven't seen it in a store anywhere. Now, my third acquisition is, this is a yarn that I've been looking at for a long time, and it's called Stonewashed Sheepjes. I think that's how you pronounce it, but I can't be sure. I've heard it pronounced all different ways, but this is their Stonewashed line of yarn, and it's beautiful. It looks stonewashed, and it is. It's just a beautiful color. It's a tonal, I guess you could call it. It's like a heather almost, but they call it stonewash. I really liked this color on the web. It looked nice, and it looked deep and yellow, and it is. It looks very, very nice. It's 78% cotton, 22% acrylic. So it should behave more like cotton than acrylic. So I'm looking forward to crocheting with this. This is the color Yellow Jasper. Yellow Jasper. This is one of the yarns that does not have the yardage on the label. I've looked at the label from front to back all the way around, and the yardage is not on there. What I do like about this yarn is that it has a tab on the inside yarn end, and it says Easy Start. Love that. Look at that. Now that is something that you don't see very often, and you're digging around in the end of the yarn ball, and I've been frustrated a few times lately on some of the balls that I've started. I just absolutely couldn't get the yarn end. I would pull out big chunks and I'd push them back in there because I don't want to deal with rewinding the whole ball of yarn. So I'd go back in the other end and try the same thing, and it doesn't work either. So then I have to pull from the outside of the yarn skein or ball, and that means I have to take the yarn label off, and I don't like really doing that until the very end of making a project. I like to leave that on there. It kind of keeps the yarn in place. I do like that, and when you pull from the center, usually you can leave that yarn ball on for a very long time. But this has an Easy Start tab love that, will save me a lot of time. So I bought several balls of this, I think 7 or 8, because there aren't very many yards on the ball. And I did look up on the online, and it does have the yardage online, but it doesn't show it on the yarn label, so I can't really tell you right now. I bought enough of this to make a short sleeve sweater, and I'm excited about that. I might have to chain that up sometime soon, although I don't need any more whips, but it came in an organza bag as well. So that will go on my stash shelf, and I can look at that and say, I really need to start that. Those of you who have been on my Instagram page will know that I have posted a few pictures of a diamond painting that I'm working on. I'm working on the Four Seasons Sparkle by Diamond Dotz. That's D-O-T-Z, and y'all may have heard of that if you are a diamond painter, or if you know somebody who does that, or if you've looked into it before. You would know that Diamond Dotz is one of the major brands of diamond painting, and so I thought I'm going to try that because I've always wanted to try Diamond Dotz. So diamond painting, I guess you could say. And so I have posted some pictures of a piece that I'm doing. It's not a difficult piece. It's really a little bit kind of for beginners, but I love it because it's the 4 trees of the season. So there's a spring, summer, fall, and winter tree, all just standing there. It's very whimsical, and I think maybe on Monday's video I might show it to you. I'm going to review a diamond painting from a company that contacted me, and I thought, well, you know, I want to try one first. And so I can't wait for theirs to get here. It's going to be really pretty, and I'm going to do a video about that. So if you're not interested, that's great. But I do want to put it on my site, and I'll make a playlist for it. It won't be mixed in with my other videos, although it will be published like one of my regular on the hook crochet videos. So you can click on it or not, however you want to do. But I didn't want to start another channel. I'm not ready for that yet, and I may not ever be. I might just have a playlist out there, and if you're interested in diamond painting, you can go there and look at it. And I'm not going to be doing what the other YouTubers do for diamond painting. I'm going to do something different, and I'm excited about that. So you can stay tuned for that if you want. I will let you know when that's out and published so you can look at it. Also, there will be a really nice giveaway with that very first video. So I'm excited about that, and a discount for all of my subscribers and viewers. So I will be working on that the rest of this week, maybe into the weekend, and maybe next week at some point I will be able to release a video about what I've been doing. Now, I want to have one video just for the company called Craft Ease, E-A-S-E, who is going to sponsor a diamond painting unboxing, and I will do that, and you can take a look at it with me if you'd like, and that will go out on my On the Hook Crochet channel, so I'll let you know when that comes out. You'll receive a notification, or you can just not watch it if you don't want to, but I think it might be fun to just be introduced to that craft if you've never seen it before. So that is something I wanted to talk to y'all about very quickly today. Now, we have a very wonderful giveaway from Jo of Jo Totes today, who is contributing a beautiful project bag for me to give away in honor of the 10,000 subscriber milestone I reached last week. So this is the beautiful bag. I know you've probably seen it if you're on my video today watching me, because this is the day we give away the beautiful bag. So let me show it very quickly to you. This is the bag that Jo has made for the giveaway. It has a black bottom. It has beautiful fabrics all around. There's a pocket on each side, and there's a big pocket in the front, which a lot of people don't even know about this pocket. This pocket is lined in a pretty fabric, and it also has a magnetic snap, so it just goes right on there. You don't have to fool around with it. It has very strong, nice straps, and they're all embroidered right down the middle by Jo. She makes all of that custom, and also the fabrics that all of her bags are made from are hand quilted. Even this is a quilted piece. This is quilted, and the whole back of the bag is quilted, and when you get up close to it you can see it. Maybe I can show that to you, because I don't know if y'all really know this, but her bags are individually quilted. So if you see the lines of stitching going up and down on this one, they go side to side on the front because that fabric is side to side. So it's kind of interesting how she does all of her quilting. But when you get one up close, you can really see the detail on the bag. Inside is a pouch with the pretty fabric going by, and she's got it separated. Okay, so you can use that for crochet hooks or whatever, your phone, go there. And then on the other side is a zippered pouch, which is lined in a real pretty fabric as well. Look at that. Oh, so beautiful. And she uses coordinating zipper colors too, not just white. So there's a green zipper on the outside, and then on the inside is a pink zipper to match the fabric on the front of the bag. So it's just amazing, all the things that she puts in here. And she also puts a stitch marker holder inside all of her bags so that you can keep track of your stitch holders. And you can also open this up so you can empty them all off if you want to, or put a bunch on at the same time. That is the giveaway gift for today. So we're going to turn the camera to the computer and find out who wins this beautiful project bag. Here we are at the computer. Here's the URL from last Thursday, and the keyword was Jo Totes, no spaces, and using the number 4 in the middle. So let's find out how many people actually wrote a comment with that keyword in there. So let me find my mouse. Here it is. All right, let's find out how many people are in the giveaway list. And that would be, oh my word, look at this. 649 people signed up for this bag. Oh, I wish everybody could win one. I really do. All right, let's find out who wins Jo's new project bag, a beautiful bag. And that would be, look at all these people. Amy Kuhn. Amy Kuhn is Kuehn. And there is her Jo Totes comment keyword right there. So Amy, congratulations. You've won a beautiful project bag from Jo Totes. Congratulations. Amy, congratulations. I know everyone wanted to win that bag. We had so many comments with the Jo Totes keyword. It was awesome. Thank y'all so much for participating, and congratulations to Amy. I wish everyone could win one of those bags. They are so beautiful. But if you want to start a conversation with Jo about your own bag, and she may not be able to make it for a while, so that would be great for somebody who's looking way ahead in their project bag acquisitions. So you can email her at the address that'll be down in the description box. So be sure to get in touch with her if you want to talk about a custom project bag for you. All right, so I'm going to leave this here. There's a storm coming, so I better get going and get this out to y'all. So I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. I hope that everything goes great, that you have lots of crafting time and you get to create something beautiful or work on something beautiful. Thank you for sharing my videos. It's so good when you share my videos. That really helps YouTube know that there are other people who might want to see what we talk about here. And it's not just crochet, but mostly crochet we talk about. And that's my first love in the craft world. But I do want to add some other things to it. And I want y'all to go along on that journey with me if you want to. So be sure to join me on Monday when we find out what's on the hook.